Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com. We want to thank you for taking the time to listen and hope you take the time to subscribe to this podcast and share it with a friend. Today we are going to be talking about Big Four partnerships with Microsoft. More specifically, we'll be talking about KPMG's and Ernst & Young's partnerships with Microsoft that were announced in July of 2017. Why are we talking about this? We are talking about this because you need to know the news about the Big Four in case you have an interview with the Big Four, or in case you need some talking points with Big Four partners if you already work at the Big Four. This would be a great thing to bring up in an interview to show that you've done your research. You can ask whoever you're interviewing with about that firm's data and analytics capabilities. That way you could seem knowledgeable about that firm's service offerings. Additionally, if you already work at the Big Four, this would be a great thing to bring up to your partners when you need some small talk with them. And this will show that you're able to keep your focus on business and your firm's new business solutions. Okay, let's get into the details of these partnerships between Ernst & Young and Microsoft and KPMG and Microsoft. The Big Four accounting firms are beginning to deepen their relationships with Microsoft as Microsoft comes up with more unique data and analytics platforms. Additionally, the Big Four are more interested in these partnerships as their clients become more interested in data and analytics solutions. The two most recent partnerships with Microsoft occurred between Ernst & Young and KPMG. We'll be going over the details. Now, the first is Ernst & Young's Workplace Insights. Workplace Insights is an analytics solution that will help organizations gain insights into their workforces. It also promises to help improve those workforces' well-being. But as far as how that is measured, that is still yet to be seen. E&Y will partner with Microsoft's existing workplace analytics platform. And this platform will mine data from existing organizations' communication and collaboration systems. Think things like email and calendar invites. And it will mine all of the metadata from these applications. The analytics platform will then generate an output from all of that analyzed metadata. And then Ernst & Young will utilize their consulting expertise to analyze those outputs. A few ways that Workplace Insights will help clients is through organizational transformations, mergers and acquisitions, organization design, and workplace and real estate planning. The most interesting of these to me is the mergers and acquisitions planning. Mergers and acquisitions are good times to analyze this type of data because organizations always have trouble integrating their people. Mining data during this time to help keep key talent and ensuring integration is a great idea by Ernst & Young and will allow them to differentiate themselves as far as workforce consulting goes. Now let's move on to the partnership between KPMG and Microsoft. Now KPMG and Microsoft's platform is called KPMG Clara. All of these solutions between the Big Four have unique names, whether it's Athena or Clara or something. They're always trying to name it something unique so it's more easily marketable to clients. In July of 2017, KPMG announced another partnership with Microsoft, and this is called KPMG Clara, as we just said. And KPMG Clara provides clients with insights based on audits that KPMG is already conducting, and that would be financial statement audits. We wanted to take a break to tell you about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Right Networks. Right Networks makes it easy to work with anyone from anywhere at any time. Right Networks helps accountants move their accounting-based desktop and legacy applications to the cloud, giving you the freedom and flexibility to scale your business, expand into new locations, and deliver an even higher level of service. To learn more, give Right Networks a call at 888-417-4448, extension 1. That's 888-417-4448, extension 1. Now let's get back to the show. And it turns this data into insights for the audit committee and management. And it's not only a data and analytics solutions, it also is just a general dashboard for an audit if you are KPMG's client. It will provide status updates and progress of the audit risks and findings. And this comes in light of investors basing decisions more and more on unstructured data. And what is meant by unstructured data is data that is not in a ledger or easily readable Excel file. The data that KPMG Clara will gather will be put into visualizations for whatever client wants to utilize KPMG Clara. My thought on KPMG Clara. KPMG is obviously heavily invested in pushing their data and analytics solutions in the marketplace. And this is just another data and analytics solution that they are offering to their clients. The unique thing about this solution is that it's not necessarily a direct consulting offering. It is actually part of their audits. So one would think if it's part of their audits, they've done the work to make sure it doesn't impair their independence, which is very interesting. Another interesting thing about this offering is that it is one of the first times that I've seen an audit be used for the benefit of the client. The client will actually be able to use the data from an audit to learn more about their business. Audit firms typically use all the data from an audit for themselves, and they call it work product, and they don't share that work product with the client. They don't let the client usually see what they do because they're afraid that the clients will point out faulty assumptions in their work. This KPMG Clara service offering could enhance audit quality as well because clients might be able to point out faulty data and assumptions that pop up in their dashboard. One problem I can foresee is that audits are extremely limited in scope. They are limited by materiality. Therefore, they only offer small snippets of a company's operations. Meanwhile, CFOs, CEOs, and stakeholders usually want a more complete picture of their company and not an abridged version, which is typically what an audit is. And I believe this KPMG Clara might expose how limited an auditor's scope really is. I also believe there will be gaming of the system. I don't know how many times over the years I've seen software solutions that promise to give transparency on audit progress to the client. The progress bar always moves where the lead audit partner and the client want it to. It's never a true picture of where progress actually is. It is never a realistic picture. Additionally, the reporting of risks seems a little shaky to me, and I believe that also will be gamed. Are you telling me that an audit associate, senior associate, or manager is going to just plug in a huge risk and their findings in real time? No way. It will be run past the audit partner first, and by that time, the partner will have already met it with the client about it. In that case, will it really be useful to put that in the dashboard for most clients because they'll already know about it? I doubt it. It's just another shiny tool that KPMG wants to have in their toolbox. And maybe it'll help them win an audit or two. What do these partnerships mean for the Big Four? All of the Big Four accounting firms have partnerships with Microsoft. These are just the two latest partnerships. KPMG has partnered with Microsoft in the past, and they've most recently partnered with them around blockchain solutions with their digital ledger services offerings. And you can expect many more partnerships in the future as Microsoft is a huge player in the software and corporate IT solution space. Microsoft is a competitor with IBM in this area. IBM has Watson that they are stuffing down everyone's throat, which is an artificial intelligence offering. Every Big Four is saying that Watson can solve your problems by just sitting there and thinking about it. Well, Microsoft is competing that with other solutions like KPMG Clara and Workplace Insights. I'm also sure that Microsoft gives work to every single Big Four accounting firm. And they do this in exchange for those Big Four accounting firms to push Microsoft products. And I don't expect this to stop. So make sure to come back to the Big Four accounting firms for the latest news, and do this by visiting big4accountingfirms.com and also by subscribing to this podcast, and also share it with a friend. Thanks for listening.